Nintendo dropped a bombshell at the Game Awards. They also showed a trailer for the new Zelda DLC. Not only show, but also released it. So only a few days after getting and finishing the DLC, here Hyrule Gamer and I are to give our thoughts and review of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Champions Ballad DLC. How's it going, everyone? My name is Hexovian. Before I get into it, be sure to check out Hyrule Gamer's video, and thanks to him for joining me on my video. His part of the review will be pinned above. Also, this video will contain spoilers, so you have been warned. Let's start off with the story. I honestly enjoyed the story so much in this DLC. You get to see each memory of Zelda talking each champion into, well, being a champion. You get to see an entirely new side of the champions like Mipha and Sidon, or how Daruk is scared of dogs. It was honestly a really touching story to see, especially the final memory. The story actually took quite a bit of time to complete as well. I honestly felt it was really well spanned out, with memories between each challenge brought on by Cass's song. I didn't expect the DLC to have such a good story, but I guess I forget, it's Nintendo. The quest in the Champions Ballad, to put it easy, is not easy. After you have completed the Divine Beasts, you are able to return to the Shrine of Resurrection to continue on to the Champions Ballad. The first part of the quest is honestly the hardest. The one-hit Obliterator trial sets you in almost what feels like low rule, where you have quarter heart, so you can basically be one-hit, but you also one-hit enemies with the one-hit Obliterator. The trial genuinely took a lot of attempts, as well as a bunch of different strategies to complete each area. After completing the trial, unfortunately, you do not get to keep the weapon, which I think could have made for quite a bit of fun in the open world, honestly. After the trial, that's where the real fun begins. You have to go to each location corresponding to each one of the champions. Each shrine is usually protected by a challenge. My favorite of all 12 was Revali's Shield Boarding Challenge, which sends you down a hill through the rings to open the shrine. All of the shrines were really thought out, and none of them being super simple to get through. It honestly made the DLC price worth it, and I got an extra 10 or so hours out of the game. So all in all, I have to say I'm super pleased with the DLC, and the motorcycle is pure amazing. Thanks for watching my half. Now here is Hyrule Gamer.
What's up, everyone? I'm Hyrule Gamer. Like Chris, I make mostly Zelda videos, from discussions to theories and also top 5 videos. Anyway, so as for my thoughts on all of the new gear the Champions Ballad brings to us, I really love it, as each new armor set and piece is fairly well hidden across Hyrule, and I definitely spent a good hour or two on certain armor pieces, which to me is great, as one of my favourite things to do within Breath of the Wild is to explore and track down stuff all across Hyrule. And with all the new quests to find this gear, it creates a bunch of exploring to do. And of course, each new piece of armor and armor sets look really good. I find myself wearing them all the time, from the Wind Waker top to Phantom Ganon, and especially Zant's helmet, as they are all really well designed to fit Breath of the Wild, and those three are my particular favourites. As for the new Master Cycle Zero and Horse gear, I could talk for ages on how much I love them, especially the Master Cycle. But to keep it short enough, the new Master Cycle Zero is my new favourite way of travelling Hyrule. It's very quick, it's very fun, and just pretty awesome overall. I have found myself just hopping on Breath of the Wild for half an hour or so and just riding on the Master Cycle, as I enjoy it that much and it's just really fun. Alright, so my honest thoughts on the new boss in the Champions Ballad is that I found it a little bit too easy for my liking. A little bit like Calamity Ganon, however, I did think it was very clever and well thought out to be fighting one of the Sheikah monks. The same monks that have been testing and helping you this whole time throughout Hyrule. The boss battle was fairly creative, but like Calamity Ganon, I feel like it had a really good build up, with a bunch of epic challenges to overcome, to then all lead to a fairly average boss fight. Now, I feel like the boss compares to Calamity Ganon's first stage, as it wasn't easy, but it wasn't that hard either. But hey, at least they didn't finish with some target practice like Calamity Ganon did. But looking at the boss in a more positive way, the boss was a lot more agile and harder to hit than Calamity Ganon, as the monk was always on his feet, lively, ready to dodge any attack you throw at him, and also brought a lot more variety of moves to the battle, which are some of the strong points of the boss in my opinion, especially when the monk creates multiple clones of himself. So from that point of view, the boss does bring a lot more than Calamity Ganon does. So I would say it was a fairly good battle, and oh boy do you get a pretty awesome reward for it. I was so happy seeing the Master Cycle 0 after defeating the boss, as it is a pretty awesome reward.